Joe Rogan came out here to shoot with me and Peter, and we had full autos. We had everything you could think of from a full auto standpoint. And I'm like, oh, we're gonna have a blast today. Joe's gonna love shooting all these full auto guns. And Joe comes out here and spends 90% of the time shooting this.
All the ammo used in this video was brought to you by Noir, maker of the most innovative, most accurate, and most effective bullets and ammunition in the industry.
So, if you know anything about 2011s, if you were one of those like STI 2011 lovers, you know what this is. This is the Infinity. I remember the first time I ever got my hands on an Infinity, and I was blown away by one thing. The one thing that stood out to me the most. Yeah, sure, it was good looking. Sure, it felt great in your hand, but it was this. Come here, come close, come close. Let me take this. Look at that. Look at that. It's so quiet, it's just so smooth. So smooth, and this gun is dry as hell. Dry, there's no lube on this gun. See? All right, this is getting a little weird. All right, but since that day, I knew I wanted an Infinity. The moment I touched it, I said, I need this gun in my life. The Infinity is the kind of the genesis of what you see today in the 2011 market, as far as like you have staccato. So basically, staccato used to be STI. The owners of STI kind of broke off, did their own thing. One of them went off and started building highly customizable 2011s that were incredibly expensive and really hard to get. That's what this is. This is, to me, the holy grail of 2011s. Now, this particular model is not mine. I borrowed it from a friend of mine. And it's an older model, but even still today, this gun in hand, when you look at it, the way it just feels and looks, it's just, oh. And then someone broke my heart and they were like, you know, it takes like a year and a half. There's like a year-long waiting list just to get one of these. Because apparently these are made by one guy who hand fits them and everything. One guy. So the waiting list is like a year. And then on top of that, this gun here is like $5,000. It was like $5,000 back then. Now, who even knows? And then you can customize this thing up to about, you can walk away with a gun that's about $10,000. Maybe even more than that. But that's just it. So after I realized that, I kind of just put those dreams to rest. And I said, I guess I'll never have an Infinity because I don't have that kind of patience. And then just like that, I shot it. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll go ahead and get one. Maybe I'll try to get one. But even trying to get one is hard enough. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna jump online and try to buy one that someone's trying to sell. No one wants to sell them. Nobody. Freaking Terran Butler from Terran Tactical. Yeah, I'm calling you out. He has multiple of these. Won't sell them. He won't sell them. Jeez. But like the gun, it's just so slick and refined. Like it's such a smooth shooting gun. And it's not even just me. Not too long ago, Joe Rogan came out here to shoot with me and Peter, and we had full autos. We had everything you could think of from a full auto standpoint. And I'm like, oh, we're gonna have a blast today. Joe's gonna love shooting all these full auto guns. And Joe comes out here and spends 90% of the time shooting this. But I get it. That's what high quality, beautiful craftsmanship will do. It will even supersede something as exciting as a full auto machine gun. It will just call to you, even amongst the hype and the pomp and circumstance of full autos. And you just want to sit here and just plink away like Joe Rogan was doing the whole time. People are just, here's Joe Rogan. Just plinking away. And then Joe Rogan just plinking away. And it was interesting to watch because I went through the same thing. Now, I didn't have the distraction of full autos everywhere, but I went through the same thing in that I got this gun and I fell in love with it. And since then, I've been kind of enamored by 2011s.
I know you were just watching the video. I just want to take a quick second to thank the sponsor of this video, which is Euro Optic. Right now, they are killing it with their red shipping program. So thank you, Euro Optic, for supporting the channel.
This is probably the longest intro ever, because I haven't even really talked about the gun in and of itself. So with this particular gun, you can customize everything. I mean, everything. The mag well, the way the grip feels, the way it looks, the way the freaking screws inset in the actual grip, the magazine release, the safety. Like this one here doesn't have a grip safety. There's no grip safety. Like the finish on your slide, the texture on your slide, the cutouts, you name it, you can customize it. The trigger looks like it was built in the Romans time, like it should belong on a pillar, not in a gun. I don't know what the hell that means, but my brain knows, but my mouth can't quite figure out how to say it. It looks like a Roman pillar, you know, like on one of the buildings and stuff. I don't know the actual nomenclature, sue me. Either way, everything about this gun is highly customizable. The magazines, even the magazines. Granted, the magazines are like $100, but still they feel like you feel like you're holding a piece of precious metal. Even under hard use, as you can see here, you know, there's some rusting here, and the owner told me, he's left it out in the rain before. So you're starting to see some wear and tear as far as age, and then just kind of rough handling because he shoots the shit out of this gun. But even still, this gun feels just as special as some of the stuff you get brand new. Now, but here's the one caveat about all of that. Since the release of like Staccatos and the Prodigy from Springfield, as much as I loved this gun when I first saw it, those guns have kind of eaten into my desire for this gun. Not because this gun is any less, but because those guns have significantly closed the gap between this gun and other 2011s back in the day when I first shot this gun, or in infinity, so to speak. And those guns have closed that gap considerably. So though I may not, it's kind of the equivalent of having now an entry-level Lamborghini Huracan, or now having a SVJ Aventador. Yes, a guy in an entry-level Huracan Lamborghini pulling up next to a guy in an Aventador SVJ will respect the SVJ for what it is. But he's not gonna drive away like, damn, I don't think I like my Huracan. No, he's still in a Huracan. And I think that's what's kind of happening now. It's like the Staccatos and the Springfields of the world, they're closing the gap between where the Infinity was and where it is now compared to all the other gun 2011s on the market. But even still, this gun is phenomenal to shoot. You just enjoy it. It's almost like you're shooting a piece of jewelry. And that's the one distinction that I will give this gun versus the other 2011s. The other 2011s still feel like you're shooting a gun. And that's not a bad thing, because they're incredibly fun guns to shoot. But this gun, this Infinity, has a way of making you feel like you're shooting a piece of jewelry. That's what it feels like. It's a piece of jewelry. It's something, it's something that you honestly want to buy so that you can pass it down to your kids, and then they can pass it down to their kids, and so forth and so on. That's what this gun is, because you can actually put your personality, your essence into the gun because of how customizable the gun is. And in a lot of ways, you can't beat that. The problem is you have to wait a freaking year. Jesus. Oh man, you have to wait a freaking year or more to even get one. And then if you so happen to be able to get one already done, I hope you got some moolah, baby, because that's gonna cost you, because they're already expensive. It's crazy. Oh man, and the crazy thing about this gun too is it'll just let the gun do what it does. Don't try to shoot it well, the gun will shoot well itself. I know it sounds crazy, but it does. Like it just does. But either way, I having this gun now from when I had first shot it before and shooting it now. You know, they say don't meet your heroes. Well, I met him the first time, and then I met him again, and I still love him. So, the Infinity SV. It's like shooting a piece of jewelry. That might be the title.
Help me spread this message by liking and sharing this video with everyone you know. And don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment, because the Second Amendment, when it said militia, it wasn't talking about the government. It was talking about you. Also, if you want to know where to find the I'm the Militia shirt and merchandise, click the I'm the Militia link in the description section of this video. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And most importantly, make sure you hit that bell symbol.